Hi, I'm sorry about that. I have just turned on my YouTube so that I can keep up with your chats. I don't have the chat application on my system right now, and I can't access whatever WhatsApp chats or something because I have no internet for the day. So please just type in here whatever it is, and I'll get back to you. So anyway, today we are discussing. If my audio is correct, can you just give me a thumbs up? If my audio is correct, just give me a thumbs up so that I can move on. Okay, you know what? I actually can't stream YouTube and also go live. So let's just do one thing. If I have any problems, I think one of my teammates from C4 can just text me on SMS. Uh, just let me know when should we get started. If it's all fine, we'll get started now. All right. So my name's Abhinav. Today we're talking about Django REST API framework, and my audio is correct as far as I can see. Just waiting for any confirmation. Okay, cool. So let's get started. Django REST framework is this amazing tool by the Django Foundation where that make it easier for you to develop APIs on the go. So what is an API? Now, whenever it comes to microservices, APIs form the basis for it. APIs are application program interfaces. APIs are application program interfaces, and you use it everywhere. So, if you have to make any wrapper around, suppose C++, so you would use your language to communicate with C++, and that communication band, I guess, is called an API. So API is just abstraction of the backend or the database and serving the front end with some kind of readable code, human readable code, or even non-human readable code. Um, Once we start developing, you'll see what an API is. So an API is an application program interface, how it specifies how software components should interact, set of routines, protocols, tools for building software applications, and what is REST. Now, REST is kind of like representational state transfer. Uh, REST is kind of like the lightweight alternative to RPCs and stuff like that. Now, SOAP and all also is kind of like old now. REST is uh, it is basically in a way stateless, but yeah, it's in a way stateless. So what happens is initially you would have to call your database again and again. REST basically abstracts all of that for you. And what is DRF? DRF is Django REST framework. It's basically a very flexible toolkit for building very APIs. And yeah, let's get to it. This is what an architecture for a API looks like. You've got your router, you've got view set. This is DRF based API, router view set serializer, and this is your Django model. We have talked about Django models earlier. We've also talked about RPCs earlier in the previous streams, and today we are talking about bringing it all together in a sense using Django REST frameworks. So, yeah, serializers allow complex data such as query sets and blah 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 blah. All of this is a lot of theory. We'll get back to it once we have done building an API. So let's build a quick API. Here is one of the resources I use. It's called Abhinav /DRF tutorial. You can refer to this, and yeah, let's now get to building. That's what I'm actually waiting for. Let me just open up my VS Code real quick. Give me a second. Uh, okay, my VS Code is fired up. Let me just come back to you guys. Give me a second. Window capture, change it to VS Code. All right, guys, this is it. I'll yeah. If my VS Code is visible, just give me a thumbs up or something like that. So we'll be sticking to the top part of it. If you guys can't see anything, just let me know in the chats. Chats are open. Um, yeah, let's get to developing some real stuff. Now, whenever you're developing any Django REST framework application, the first thing that you need to do is create a virtual environment. This is not really needed for bigger smaller applications where you're just doing it for your personal use. But whenever you want to deploy it, it's preferable that you use a virtual environment. So let's first start with installing virtual. I already have virtual environment. What you would do is you do a pip install virtual n, and we're skipping that part. So first it would be pip install virtual n, pip install virtual n, and since that requirement is satisfied, I don't want to go through the process. Stream is fine. So let's start with a simple virtual n. Let's make our first environment. So I'll do virtual env API and create an API virtual environment for me. All right, it's done. And let's go to API. Let's go to scripts. I have this really weird habit. Let's activate our. Yeah, so activated. Oh, I guess you guys missed it. I'm so sorry. Yeah, all I did was I'm so sorry. I activated my virtual environment right here. So let's see if I can pull up this code. No, I can't. So all I did was I went to this file right here, and like I did a virtual env API, which is kind of like a command for making this application right here. I went to scripts uh, and I went to activate, and it activated my API for me. Right. So now we won't be needing our command palette for a while. So we'll need it, and when we do, I'll just get to it. Yeah, I think this is fine. Just make my screen a little bigger. All right, let's do some basic dev. So the first thing that you need to do is now install Django and Django REST framework. Oh, I actually need it for a second more. So I do a pip install Django. If you guys have any doubts, do ask me in the comment section or the live chats. We have 4 people with us today. Don't be so slow. It's unbearably slow sometimes. It's streaming and trying to download at the same time. It's also causing a problem for me in the stream. Oh, I already had it cached. I have no idea why is it downloading it again. Yeah. You guys can add me at the rate God of APIs on Instagram. Uh, if you're watching this and recorded, I think everyone else follows me in the live chats right now. If you're coming in the live chats right now, just introduce yourselves. Just give me a second. It's going to take a second to install. While it does, let's look at something cool. I have wanted to show this to you. Uh, where did my what? I can't show my browser for some reason. Come on, why is this so slow? Hi Pooja. This is unbearably slow. What? want to shift to my Chrome browser. Sorry, my right here. So yeah, C4 just recently launched its platform, C4 projects.tech. Oh hey, I'm so sorry for the stream being so slow today. I have no idea why my internet is being so slow. Now my Firefox doesn't show anything. It's like the epitome of what I don't want to have. Okay, I can't even speak English. What? Is it showing anything on the stream? I'm not sure if it's showing anything because it's not showing anything on my OBS Studio. I'll add a new window capture device. Just give me a second. Uh, yeah, so C4 Projects is launched, and more about that later. I think this is done downloading, and I'm done with. Let me just install Django REST framework. I have no idea what you guys are saying no to. Okay, yeah, it's not. It wasn't visible. Now I guess it's visible. I have, I planned something for the stream. Like I dedicate a lot of time to it, and then while streaming, my it has a back pressure. So I talked about back pressures yesterday. Yeah, the same thing, right here. Then I just can't believe it. I mean, seriously. Yeah, we're done. Let's just get to developing now. I can't wait. Yeah, this is gonna be quick. Now I have another 45 minutes. I know how it can be. Let me just go to, yeah. My everything's visible here. Let's get rolling. Uh, yeah. So the first thing I need to do is create a Django. I need to create a project first, right? So I'm just gonna keep it my project, start project, and my project, and it'll create a project for me, and then I'm gonna create an app, and I'm gonna call it my app because I do not have the patience to name it anything else, honestly. So let's just call it. I'm just gonna go to save my project. Sorry, and I'm gonna name. Go ahead and manage.py start app. I'm gonna call it my app as we talked about it. So Django has apps and projects, so you can fit in multiple projects and apps. And I want to take a second to talk about how Django REST framework is different from Django itself. Django REST framework offers you a lot more in terms of building APIs and yeah, that's about it. So it's basically a it's basically simpler to use this for APIs now. So now I'm just gonna develop something really fast. I've wasted a lot of time on installation, and I want to like keep it super simple. Like I can't sometimes. Feel me? Right. So I just created what I made a mistake. I created my API inside here, inside scripts. Please don't do that. One second, man. Just create it again. Don't want to mess it up. Right, so now we're done, and should take a second. Right, so yeah, now we're done. Now we can actually start. That took quite a while to set up, didn't it? So yeah, let's just start developing. So the first thing that you need to do, this is kind of like an MVC structure, kind of like an MVC structure, not fully an MVC structure. So we're gonna start with settings, and we're gonna make sure that we install REST framework, and we installed my app in installed apps like we there. So let me just go ahead and type REST. What is this for? Right. So sorry, my app. So we're done with that, and let's now create some models. So models is what a basic structure for a database looks like. And I thought today we'll do a little employees. Since we did students yesterday, we're going to do a little bit of employees today. Um, let's just my code's visible. Hope it is. I wouldn't want the entire stream to end without my code being visible. So employees models dot what should it be, model, and then we create the model. So it should be first name. I'm doing first name, last name, employee ID. I don't want to keep it like too damn complicated. Car field, since let's keep a max length of. Should I continue live coding, or like I have some examples already built, or should I just explain it? Like, what do you guys think? What car field, models, what car field? Why isn't it highlighting? Should highlight by itself? But okay, let's see how that goes. Last name is equal to models dot car field and max length of 10. MB ID is equal to models dot integer field. And now we're gonna do a simple str. Return this. Let's just put it right there. Return self dot first name. So that's it. We have prepared our model. Let's just migrate it. So we need to migrate it to make sure that we make a SQLite file that has these structures. So let's do a simple Python manage .py. Was it make migration or make migrations? I don't remember. All right. Hi, Amrish. How's it going, man? And now we're gonna Python. Oh, integer field. So I'm just we're gonna do a simple manage.py, and we're gonna migrate this finally. So let's see how that goes. Now, oh yeah, I just forgot to do this. Yeah, this is the migrations. This is what it looks like. I'm sorry, I didn't forgot to. So we did a Python manage.py.migrate. Sorry, space migrate, and we did a make migrations. That's clear, I guess. So let's move on to the next part. which is writing the actual API. Now this is also actual API. So yeah, let's clear it up. Uh, let's do a what should we do right now? We need to now create a simple serializer. We haven't created a serializer yet, so let's go ahead and create a serializer. Um, uh, shouldn't be should be under my app. I keep forgetting these small things. Touch serializer. So now let's do a little bit of editing to serializer. Let's run the magic. So what's a serializer really? I guess we didn't really touch on that. So serializer is kind of like this. It basically allows complex data such as query sets and model instances to be converted to a Python data type, a native Python data type, like JSON or XML or whatever. Uh, so yeah, that's what it does. I mean, it's pretty cool. Let's write the serializer now. So first, we need to import our REST framework, and we import a serializer. Then we do a from. We import a simple. We import our models so that we can map it. One second. I just keep checking my stream because yesterday huge problem. Class employee. What do you call it? Employee serializer. Uh, start model. Don't click the work. Model is equal to employees. Fields is equal to. So what we are basically doing is we are making sure that query sets and confusing data types like that can be converted to Python native. So we don't want Python to be confused, right? So yeah, that's what we're doing. What are the two? Employee ID we'll deal with later on, right? Oh, late night streams. I love late night streams. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes get tiring. Now, since we're done with serializers, let's go ahead and create a view. So we go to view. Now, I already have my view written for me because it's like I have some the basic import files at least written, so I'm just going to import that. Where is it? Yeah, right here. So I'll import my basic import files. Like I'll just copy paste them, and now we'll get to writing some actual code. Any doubts right now in the live chat, guys? I have access to it right now, so yeah. I feel like I'm Obama with a stuttering. Employee list. Let me do an API view. Oh, my screen is absolutely visible. Yes, it is. Let me do an API. My laptop is clocking out like it's like going full on helicopter style. It's like the fans are on 100%. So now we need to do a get request and post request. So actually we're gonna stick with a get request only. Post request will take too much. If you want post request, you should have come yesterday. We did a post request in Dino with like everything, get and post. So that was pretty cool, honestly. Do what do you employees want? We'll call employees and objects. Do all. You can code along with me, like that'll be pretty cool. What do you think? Serializer is equal to employee. What do you want to do? Serializer. Okay. And then see my coding phase now. It's pretty funny. Like, I act like I'm writing the biggest software in the world or whatever, but in reality I'm not. Do a return, and then we'll do a response with serializer data. Serializer dot. We have to access data member. So how's the did you guys participate in the hackathon though? Like that was pretty cool. We like the post request anyway in case I change my mind later on. We just pass. That's something I don't do a lot. Now let's you know what let's just so the next step would most likely be this is the first time I'm like I'll probably get errors while compiling something. Give me a break. Let me just delete all of that. Let me just keep it simple. We have an admin, and now what we have to do is again copy paste some basic import functions. I have that on the right side of the screen, saved in a notepad because I don't want to write the entire thing. And let's write a path for employees. So path employees. So when you go to localhost whatever / employees, you'll get your employee list, and we'll do it an as view. So this function represents it as a view. I guess we'll just close it right here. That should do. That should do for the routes. Have I messed up anywhere? View route. Okay. The VS Code gives me lots of these like red squiggly underlines, but like no one really pays attention to it. Let me just do. I think I'm mostly done. If I'm missing something, Python debugger will give me. Oh, sorry. Okay, we have some errors. Okay. This is what I wait for, don't I? So we have some errors. It says, what does it say? Employee, what is it? It says employees view employee list as view. It's a pretty simple error to debug. My app dot views. So the problem is here. I didn't save it. Oh, okay. So the thing is now, got a little excited. So now we are running into another error. So I basically pasted that in tests to paste that in views. And now we have some other problem which is no module my app.serializer. Let's look at that. Where is it? Views. Where is it? Why is this close? Where is view? Yeah, right here. I am in, sometimes I feel I'm not very smart. It's mostly a fact. REST frameworks has no attribute. Where is this? Let me just. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Is this? If you guys are getting bored, just let me know. I'll just jump to something I made before. Oh, okay. I didn't. Okay. Let's see if this should work. Yeah, it's working. I didn't see that. I made a simple change. It's not like you just have to open it up, calm down. So whenever you make any get or post request, no, it does a lot of like back end work. Let me just change my window to page not found. So don't we all love this error when we're doing backend development? Page not found. It's like the dumbest error, but it annoys the ever hell out of me. What did I even say? Just see, yeah. So yeah, that's basically because admin. So we'll go to admin, and if you can see it, it asks me to create a basic account. So I'll just shift over to my VS Code, and we'll first create an account. I forgot to create an account in the beginning. All right, it's taking some time. It's fine. Just so what should it be? Django? Sorry, no. First get into manage.py, create super user. I'm basically just gonna create a super user. When it loads, of course, if it loads, Django is not that bad. Like it's not that slow. But it's like I'm also using OBS Studio, so it's giving me a little bit of a trouble. Just a little bit of a trouble. Just like makes me want to shoot the computer. Just why can't you just bypass it? I just wrote admin. Just type 1, 2, 3. Half the time it asks me if I want to bypass it or not. The other half it doesn't. It's like very moody, man. So now that we have our super user, I'm just gonna run it again. I forgot to run it. Give me a second. Uh, Wait. What should it be? Python manage.py uh, run server. Yeah, I'm just running it. Give me a second, then I'll come back to login. So yeah, let's log in. What was the password? It was Abhinav Mir, and I was like admin123. So now we have logged in. Now you can just edit your everything right here. Let me go to slash employees. What does it show? Let me just go to slash employees. See what's there. So it shows me like a whole list of the status and all. Then you've got what is allowed, what is not allowed. But like post requests won't be allowed because there's nothing, and I haven't connected it to any database, so it's not showing any data for now. But you can always send your data through this. Write sort of around it to send data. For now, we're not doing any of that. I just wanted to show you how everything works. I'll just log out of Amir and go back to employees again. So yeah, now I've logged out. I'm checking it again. Yeah, that's how it works. So that's all about the stream. I guess I finished it in a good time. I finished it in like 40 minutes despite all the hitch. I don't want to keep it too long. It gets boring after a while. And this is the last of my stream. So let me take a second to uh, you know give a few words of acknowledgement, so to say. Uh, Everyone who's in the chat, first of all, thank you. You guys have constantly been there. Thanks for that. Hope you learned something. Secondly, thanks to, again, I did a shout out yesterday, doing it again. Thanks to everyone, including who else? Mrinmay, Anushraf, a lot of people, man. Dhruv, Tanishq, Ishita, Sumant, Varun, a lot of people who made this entire thing possible. There's gonna be, I think, one or two more webinars for the day. Lagging. Yeah, it's showing I'm lagging for a bit. Anyway, so that's who I want to say thanks to, and again, thanks for showing up, all of you guys. The results for round one for the hack combat, what was it called? Combat something is out, and our website is also live. You can access everything over there. We are working on a more final version. Uh, that's it from our side. That's all, folks, so to say. I am Abhinav Mir. You can find me as the God of APIs, or Abhinav Mir, or the crypto element anywhere on the internet. Um, you can find C4 projects also anywhere on the internet. c4projects.com.tech. C4projects.tech is where our home is right now. You can follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, everything. Uh, Also, a few friends of mine, I think Pooja, Hamid, uh, thanks for showing up to the stream, guys. That's all from my side, man. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys again later. If you guys have any doubts, I almost forgot about that. If you guys have any doubts, just still online. Just let me know if you guys have any doubts. Uh, Alright, I guess we'll be ending the chat. You can find us everywhere. Let me just. Alright, so that's it. We are done. Catch you guys soon. I'm stopping stream from my side. I guess we'll be stopping stream in general. Stream over there.